after Sigmund Freud, a new school of psychology came up called cognitive psychology. These cognitive psychologists began to realize that this process of mind called cognition is the starting point where cognition is the process by which we interpret our circumstances. It is the way we interpret what we see with our eyes, or hear with our ears, smell with our nose, taste with our tongue, or touch with our body. The way we interpret our circumstances is what starts the emotion arousal. So that the emotion comes from outside. First there is what is called seeing or hearing, smelling, which is the activity of our senses. We have 5 senses: the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue, and the body. And the body and the senses are stimulated by the environment. Whatever happens in the environment outside will influence our senses, and the senses react to that. But whatever is carried from the senses is brought to the brain through nerves, and the brain begins to think and interpret, give meaning to what was seen, heard, smelled, tasted, touched. And it is that meaning that is given that starts the emotion. So by changing the meaning, the emotion can be removed. This is what the cognitive psychologists came to know. Oh, it was later that I realized that the first verse in the Dhammapada, that book of verses called the Dhammapada, the first verse says, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. Manorya means the cognitive process. Mano is the thinking part, the thinking in the brain. That is what interprets and gives meaning to what was seen or heard or smelled. Pubbangama means comes before. The thinking comes before the emotional arousal and action. And this is why it is possible to stop the emotion by changing the way we think. That is completely, very carefully explained in the first verse in the Dhammapada. And this is why the Buddha pointed out that our mind gets polluted by things coming from outside, not by things coming from inside. It is like water. Water is a pure substance. All these children who go to school learn that. Water is H2O. what is H2O? It is a substance called water, made of hydrogen and oxygen. And this substance is a pure substance. But that water can get polluted when all kinds of impurities, dirt gets in. But because water is a pure substance, it can be purified by filtration or even distillation. It can be purified. In the same way, the Buddha pointed out that because the mind in the ordinary state is pure, it gets polluted only due to things coming from outside. It is because of this that the mind can get purified. Just as water can be purified. But of course, even water is never found in the pure form in the natural state. Because naturally, water is always found in the impure form. Even when water is coming from the sky, it comes down in an impure form. But still, water can be purified through distillation. So in the same way, the human mind, even at the moment of birth, it is impure. It is polluted. Even at the moment of birth, this is why the child begins to cry. The crying is the sign that it is polluted, because it is unhappy, frightened. But the mind is in its natural state is pure and it can be purified. So the mind can be purified only through a process, and once it is purified, that is what we call an arahant or Buddha.